I'm so happy and blessed to share some inspiration with you this morning. I also realize that this is a personal manifestation for me to have this way to connect to you in this manner. I know that 260 plus people are joining us this morning, and that in itself to me is such a blessing. I'm so honored to be a spokesperson, and I thank you for your respect, your honor, and your invitation to allow me to be part of you this morning. What an interesting time we are living in right now. What a challenging time. And what's more awesome is that I have a realization that our spirits and our souls have chosen to be here at this time. And knowing that, I also realize that we are already equipped within us with the ability and the resources that we will need to live through these times. Yes, we are human. Yes, we have fear, but we are more than that. And thank God, we have awareness, we have some knowledge. And the ancestors and the great teachers of our time, Jesus, Ramtha, many other masters, have guided us and taught us and prepared us for this time. And so this is a time of beginnings of uncertainty, beginnings of the unknown, beginnings of great opportunities and potentials to rediscover, to reunite, to reconnect. Yes, there's a time of endings too. Many losses are experienced. Losses that are severe to our personality especially, to our survival. How will we keep up the life that we've created? How we will keep faith? We are being forced to look at what is our perception of ourselves. Who are we really? And to reconnect to that truth of our beings. This is an opportunity. This is a time of an awakening. And I invite you to stretch your perceptions, to open up and become greater than this time that we are experiencing. A little while ago, I was searching the internet and preparing for a team building exercise I was going to do with the staff of the home where my mom lives on resilience. And I came across a beautiful exercise by a beautiful lady called Courtney Clark, and you can go and see her on YouTube. And she shared a beautiful exercise which I'd love you to participate in. So just where you are listening to me right now, I'd like you to raise your hands, and I want you to touch something close to you. Anything. Come on, you can. Great. You can take your hands back. I want you to raise your hands now, and I want you to touch something else. Come on, you can. Yeah, that's right. So I want you to raise your hand if you did touch something with your hand. You did? Cool. Why? Why did you touch something with your hand? Raise your hand if you agree with me that you know that we have nerve endings on the whole of our body, in our skin. not just on our hands. Yes, I know you agree. So let's do it this way. I want you to put your hands behind your back. Imagine you don't have hands. And I'm going to ask you again. Please touch something. Wow. You did? What did you use? Your toe? Your hip? Your back? So why did we only go to our hands to touch something? I'll tell you why. It's a habit. That's how we've just always done things, haven't we? And we get stuck in that habit. We get stuck in that thought limitation. And look how fast you realize that you could touch something without your hands. It didn't even take you 5 seconds. 5 seconds to stretch your perception, to go to another place in your body and in your mind to touch something else. That's how fast we actually have the ability to problem solve. And that ultimately is what resilience is about. Resilience is figuring out a new way to behave when the old way is not working for us anymore. I'm going to repeat that. Resilience is figuring out a new way to behave when the old way is not available or working anymore. What does it take to become resilient? What does it take to stretch and move out of the comfort zone of a limited belief system? Excuse me. What does it take to make a shift in consciousness, to move to another place in your brain that is not fixed to a boundary of a belief, that is not fixed to a known, that is not fixed to comfort, but to resources beyond our knowing? That is what is being required from us at this time, this challenging time, where we are all being pushed. Our boundaries are being pushed, the boundaries of our personality, the boundaries of our comfort zones, the boundaries of our selfishness, the boundaries of our greediness. We are being pushed to appreciate the everyday things we so easily take for granted, where we get pushed to go within, because that's all we have right now. To find ourselves, to rediscover ourselves, to look within and understand what emotions are trapped in our bodies, that we have just swept over, that we have just put aside in order to survive. And now a new survival is being asked for us, is to look at the house we are living in within ourselves, and which rooms we haven't visited for a long time or cleaned out. Emotions are important, but they're not supposed to control us. They're not supposed to be trapped. They want to be acknowledged. They want to be released. They want to be freed. And doing so, we find the gift of that emotion. And we can incorporate that gift as wisdom into our soul. And we can expand our thinking. We can expand our habits, our behavior. We can become greater. The challenge of this time is to truly, truly understand ourselves. Is to grow closer to ourselves, to forgive ourselves, and to show compassion and empathy towards ourselves. To really take care of ourselves as mind, as body, as emotion, as spirit. We've allowed ourselves to to be brainwashed by the external world. We have brainwashed ourselves to think we cannot be happy without going to the movies or to the shopping or to buy another gadget or to go for another meal. We have brainwashed ourselves to think that we have to be in places and people and events. This is a time for us to come home to ourselves, to become our own best friend. Yes, it is a scary journey because some of us have to face some thoughts, some belief systems, some conditions in our mind that are not so nice. We have to make peace. We have to forgive. And we have to question ourselves. We have to question those belief systems. We have to challenge ourselves to find those ways to behave differently, because we now can see what the behaviors of that past belief system has cost us, is costing us. This is a time to connect to your spirit. Yes, death is on the horizon for everybody. It has never been a not thing. It's the one thing we've all been guaranteed the day we were born, is that we will die. Yes, we can overcome death, but that's another story at another time. Let's make friends with death. Let us look at death. Let us understand the fear we have about death. Let us embrace life. Let us not curb life because we are afraid to die. Let us live responsibly. Let us live each day with the knowingness that this conversation may be the last I have with you. Let me make it meaningful. Let me make you feel my love, my compassion, my respect, my honor. Let us live each day not taking things for granted, not abusing, not letting our greed and our fear of lack make us walk over each other and dismiss each other. That is such a sad thing for me. Personally, I'm amazed. I'm amazed how people fear acknowledging each other. We're so afraid to acknowledge someone's beauty, strength, courage, because we're so scared that they may be better than we are. That is so little. I'm asking you to risk acknowledging when someone has written something beautiful, when someone has posted a beautiful posting on Facebook. I often think to myself that I'm not doing such an important thing because the feedback I get isn't always that fantastic. However, deciding to create this broadcast list and all of a sudden be overwhelmed with a number of people who are following the posts, who are following this, I was amazed to say, why don't we always have 260 likes? Not that that is why we are doing it, but it's about why can't we acknowledge each other? Why can't we celebrate our greatness? Why can't we celebrate our light? We're so quick to find and comment about each other's weaknesses, myself included. This is a time of deep introspection, of looking at the things that are completely free right now. Breath, nature, dancing, music, laughter, gratitude, acknowledgement. These things are for free. Let us acknowledge the people around us. that touch our lives, that challenge us, that serve us. Let us not take nature for granted. Look at what nature has done in our social distancing. Look at the waters in Venice becoming clear, welcoming dolphins and swans back. Look at the air and the cleanliness of the air, the lack of pollution in this earth because of humanity's isolation. Maybe we are the virus. Let us conquer this virus. In consciousness, we have to move to a greater part of ourselves where we have not any habit, where it is innocent and pure and filled with passion to express. Let us make room for the new. Let us embrace the new, even though it comes with fear. Let us embrace it fully, for it awaits and wants to serve us with such deep, meaningful purpose of our lives. Let us serve each other in this time. Let us stay connected in any ways that we can. Let us check up on our fellow humans. Let us check up on our friends, our neighbors. Let us share lightheartedness. Let us share upliftment. Let us pray and meditate together. I'm so grateful to you all for having this opportunity to talk to you from my bedroom, my humble bedroom. And yes, this video may not be perfect. This video recording may not be, according to technology, perfect. Please look beyond that. Yes, there is room for improvement. But what's important, I want you to know, is that you are connected, that you are loved, that you are known. You are known by God. You are known by your loved ones, alive and in spirit. You are known by us. You are known by me. I see you. I recognize the divine within you. And I salute the God that is within you. Thank you for being here with me this morning. Please accept my words with grace and compassion. Reject what doesn't feel right to you. It is your right and your choice. Please love yourself. Please love yourself back into life. I want to end off by sharing a little reading by my most precious teacher, Ramtha, where Ramtha speaks about you complete your identity when you know that you are God. The self's greatest knowingness is when self demonstrates to self its awesome power, its awesome creativeness, its awesome ability to change an absolute into an uncertainty. When self knows it is God, then it can alter life in frequency values, become whatever it wishes to become, whatever moment it wishes to become it. You have the power to raise the body's vibrations, to take the body wherever the thought wishes to go. When you take it to be part of the laughter of a child in 500 years to come, that is when you know that you are God. And that knowingness is now. Loving yourself gives you the power to complete your identity. All of you don't really know what you look like, but you are a great ball of light, so brilliant in its core that the color is uncertain. The corona outside of the fireball is the greatest rose color that you have ever seen. And from the corona, the rays that extend outward are golden rods of light. So awesome is the power of this light that it has the ability to take thought and create with an emotion whatever lowered values it pleases. Where are the eyes of this fireball? There are no eyes. There is only absolute knowingness, and that is the true principle of everything that is. And that is what you look like. Loving Yourself Back into Life by Ramtha. My name is Marissa. I am part of the Krugersdorp Spiritual Center. I'm an individual. I'm a student of the Ramtha School of Enlightenment. And I'm on a journey remembering who I really am and becoming it. I love to share my passion by example. I love to share whatever inspires me to evolve and to grow with you. I love you, I salute you, and I thank you for being with me this morning. Take care. Remember how loved you are.